Okay, so let's start with our UVs. Before I do that, let's go up here. We don't need the grid, we don't need the floor, don't need the X and Y axis, and we don't need extras. Alright, so before we do UVs, let's make sure that everything is applied, everything is aligned, everything is correct. So what we need to do is we press Ctrl A, rotation and scale, then we go to Object, set origin to geometry. I did that already, so, and then cursor to selected. Then we're gonna do the same for the clamp, view, frame selected, and then object, origin to the geometry, Shift S, and then cursor to selected. We don't really need to do that, cursor to selected, because we're gonna change it anyway. So we just need the rotation and scale and the origin to geometry. So Control A, rotation and scale, object, origin to geometry. Mesh metal, Control A, rotation and scale. Always make sure that your mirror modifier is applied, okay? Otherwise you're gonna screw up everything. And then object, set origin to geometry, as you can see here. And the mesh screws, Control A, rotation and scale, object, origin to geometry. At the top, Control A, rotation scale, object, set origin to geometry. And the mesh, the wheel, we do the exactly the same, Control A, rotation and scale, object, set origin to 3D, no, not 3D cursor, origin to geometry. And now we can put the cursor to world origin. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we start with our bottom and do the UV. So let's hide everything. Let's click on that, view and frame selected. Go to edit mode. And what I like to do, or we need to hide this one as well. So what I need to do is, I'm gonna do some cuts, some seams. So I give Blender the idea on where we're gonna have cuts and where we should not have cuts. So I really don't like to have a cut like right here, because we're gonna see the light from the front, from the side. But where we can do a cut is maybe like, we can do it here. So let's just click here and here. Let's turn off the subdivision, and then we're gonna do a cut here. Then maybe we're gonna do a cut from the inside. So definitely going to cut the inside. And also maybe this, because we don't see it. We're not gonna see this anyway. And maybe this one and this one. So I'm just pressing, keep pressing shift and click. So this is selected, so the inside, the back is selected. Make sure this is selected. Oh, let's see this here. Everything is selected. And then we can actually have a seam down here, maybe. Yeah, let's do a cut here, around here. Okay, cool. And maybe, I think it's fine. I think it should be fine. And then we press U, mark seam, and press Alt Z. Select everything, U, and Smart UV Project. Click OK. UV editing. And we would like to see our UVs. UV editor. I need to apply my material. New. Let's say bottom, and then I go to shading. So my material is applied, but why I can't see? Oh, I can't see. Okay, it's just messed up. If you cannot see your UV, you go here, UV editor, or click on UV editing, and then you can see you should have this UV right here. So if we now select everything, we can see our UVs are projected. But I think it's not really right, because if I click on the face, just click on this face here, on this face. Let's disable the, oh, it's already disabled. Okay, let's click right here, and this one looks good. So, but now you can see this one is completely messed up. So what we need to do, we need to align. So keep press Control and plus and plus and plus and plus until everything is revealed. So what we can see here, these are our sides. So what you can see, these are our sides here. But this is actually the bending here. So what we need to do, we need to click on these and rotate 90 degrees and align it. So what we can see here, this is the upper side, because we can see this one here, 2 edge loops. This is the upper side, 2 edge loops, and this one. So what we need to do, we need to take care that this one here is on the same side, so it's not upside down. So we need to rotate it 180 degrees, and then we can align it. Maybe. Yeah, let's give it some space. Let's select this one here, move this one here, and this one, and move, and this one, move, and then we can move it up here. So it should be the same size approximately, you can see. All right. So maybe what I would like to do is, if we have this one, and this one, this one, I just click every step here, every face, and we can see that this one here actually needs to be changed. So this one, this part right here, needs to be down here if you want to be if you want to make it really perfect. So what we need to do is just switch this. So what I'm doing is I am clicking on this UV select mode here. You have different select mode like vertex, edge, and then I'm using this here, the island. Just click. So you just always can click one island. It's quite easy. And then you just click this here and this, and you drag it down, and you can align it right here. Maybe like this. Give it a tiny bit of space, just a tiny bit. And then this is aligned. As you can see here, this one, this, and this. Everything now it looks good. And we have this side. We have this one. We have this one. This one is also good. And we can see here he is switching. So this one needs to be here. So let's click it a little more, because we want to know it's really tiny. Okay, so this one here needs to be right here. So let's reveal everything. Just click on this one here. This needs to be right here, and let me get some space here, because I don't really like that. Let me give some space. So we want to really have clean UVs here. I really don't like that. This one. Okay, and we need this, and remove that, like here. So we just need to take care of our side for now. Okay. You don't really need to do that. Most people don't do that, but I would really like to have this perfectly aligned. Let's see the upper side. Where is it? Okay, it's down there. Okay. And this one? Okay. So what I can see right here, okay, now it's changing again. So what I can see right here, this one needs to be here. So what we do, we're gonna reveal everything. Control plus 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 plus, and we take this island here, press G, and we rotate 90 degrees and do like this. As you can see here, this is the back. This is perfectly aligned, as you can see here. This one is basically the back. Okay, so and then we're gonna have the other side. So we are here, then we are here, click this one, and now we are here. So what we need, okay, this is the top, as you can see here. This is the top. And then we have this one. Okay, so what we need to do, again, press Control plus, keep pressing plus, and we need this one and move it up like this. Okay. Just do this. We really want to have this clean UV for our bottom. Okay, and next one. This seems to be fine, and now we are here. We have a different island, UV island here. This is the upper part, as you can see. And we have this one here, really small. Yeah, it's really small. And then we have this one. We have this one. Okay. Looks good. Everything is aligned. Oh, everything is aligned here. Everything is aligned. Nice. Looks good. Yeah, okay, so what we need to do, Control and keep pressing plus and plus and plus. So what we need to do is, we need this island here, which is basically this island. And we need to put it up here, like this. I'll give it just a tiny bit of space, like this. Okay, always leave a tiny bit of space. Okay, and I think this is pretty much it for the outside. For the most part, they're like the really necessary stuff here. We can see everything is aligned. Everything is in the right order. And imagine we're gonna do that for the metal part, but we're not gonna do that. This will take hours, so we're not gonna do that. Okay. Yes, looks good. Okay. So I think these are the inner sides. Must be like the inner. So what we can do, we can sorry, we can actually save a lot of space, a lot of texturing here. Yeah, this is the complete inner sides. Let me change the view to wireframe so you can see what's going on. Disable the X-ray. So this is like the inner side. We don't see anything. We don't see anything here. So what we actually can do, we can just delete all these faces, or we just make it really small. I mean, you can also delete these faces. You don't need that. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna do this. I'm just leaving that. You can save a lot of polygons here, and just put it here. Maybe really, we don't need to see anything from the inside, so we put it here. So really small, and then keep pressing like Control I, and you can see the rest. We want to have this as big as possible, like this one here. This is like, I think, the biggest we can have. Yeah, looks good. And then we use this one here, maybe here, this one, maybe here. And then we have the bottom. We don't need the bottom. Just make it small. We really don't need it. But let's just do it. It's okay. Maybe just a little bigger. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. And this one right here. And this one right here. And then when we select everything, this one. Let's put it here. Okay. And now we have UVs. This is the bottom and the extruded bottom. This is the inner wall, the inner sides, and we are going to have. I think this is this should be. Let's see, this one here. Yeah. This one. So basically what we have here is the bottom part, okay? Okay, fine, but we can try and see if this is like approximately the same size. Let's make it bigger. Is it approximately the same size? You can see here. Yeah, it should be the same size, okay. But we can make sure and go to UV, and then let's click on an island and then press A, UV, average island scale. And what this is doing, everything is has the same size now. But we need to realign our UV islands here. Really need to realign. These are the inner parts. Let me just double check here. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Also looks good. Nice. Okay. I think this one here. No, I think this is fine. This is perfectly aligned. Okay. So, Alt Z. And then we're gonna use this and this and this. No. This one, this one, this one, this one. This is the inner side. Let's just check that everything is okay. Everything is aligned. Yeah, like this. You can also move this one here. G, X, and move like this. Use this island, G, X, and move. G, Z, move down like this. And this one here, also align that like that. The edge, Alt, Shift, click, G, X, and move. So beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna use that. We are going to use this one here. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna use this one. I think these are the inner parts. Must be. Let's double check here. Okay. Okay, this is the whole inside. So let's make it really small. We don't need that. And then reveal everything and just align everything here. Like this, like this. Oh, we have a lot of space here. I mean, what we can do to get more resolution, even get more UVs, a better quality, we can just cut this in half and like align it next to each other. But I don't want to do that. I want to have this completely aligned, completely in order. So we can do this, put it here, maybe here, and then here. Just make sure that the rotation, everything is rotated correctly, and then make it a little smaller, and then we can put it here. Cool. So this is our first UV, and then we can go to the next one. That's it. The UVs are aligned. So we go to the clamp, this one, which will be much faster. Okay, view, frame selected, and what we're gonna do here is we go in edit mode, and what we don't see, we're not gonna see this bottom part here. We're not gonna see that really. So what we do is press Alt Shift click. Maybe I should select the edge mode. Alt Shift. Let's go on to X-ray. You can see. Okay, and then we can mark the seam, but also would like to mark this one here. No, we should not do that because we can see that. Let's mark the seams from the inside here. This one, and maybe, I really have trouble with my keyboard here. And this one, maybe also we can use this one here. We can use this one, this one here, and this one. We can mark this circle here. We can mark this one. We can mark this one. Maybe. What did we do here? Oh, we did. Okay, we did the big one here. So Control Z, and we use this one here. Okay, cool. And also we can, because this is the inside. If you go to our metal part here, we can see we should also do maybe a cut here, because we cannot see it anyway. Nice. Okay. Press Alt Z to see everything is selected, and you mark seam. Alt Z to go out here, and we can see everything. It looks nice, and we go Alt Z again, select everything, Smart UV project, okay, and go to UV editing, and we can see this should be fine for us. Yeah, this should be fine for us. Okay. We can also try maybe just unwrap. I think this looks even better. We have less cuts. Yeah, the unwrap. Sometimes the unwrap is better. Sometimes the Smart UV project is better. You should You should always try both unwrap and UV, Smart UV. You should use both methods, unwrap or Smart UV project. And before you do that, you always should use. Select your edges and mark your seams before you do that. Always use the seams where you cannot really see the model. So this place these seams as smart as possible. Okay, then we can go to the next one. But before we do that, let's get back to our bottom part. I would like to show you something, because we can get some really heavy UV stretching, especially when we use our high poly. We can get UV stretching. So what we need to prevent that. If I use my subdivision here, so subdivision on the bottom is active, and then I go to wireframe, we can see a loop here, and we can see an edge loop here and down here as well. So if I disable subdivision, you see what happens. Because the subdivision, the Catmull Clark, is rounding up everything so that these edges get stretched really like a lot, get stretched, and this is like really compressed. So our UVs get stretched. This is a tiny space here we project, but if we use subdivision, this tiny space gets stretched and it's gonna look horrible. So what we need to do is we go to edit mode, and we need to press Alt Shift to select the whole edge. What is this? Okay. And then also this is already marked, our mark seam, so we use this as well. Press Alt Z, so we can see here in wireframe, we can see these lines, these edge loops are selected, and then we keep pressing Shift E and drag down until you can see it's pink. So let's do like this. Maybe yeah, that's getting like yellow, orange, and pink, or like yellow and pink. So we're gonna use pink. Yeah, we can use that. And then if I go back to solid view in object mode and leave the X-ray view, I can see if I activate my subdivision, everything is basically the problem is fixed. You still can see that like this is stretching a little bit, you can see, but you can also like use this one, this loop here, and also use Shift E and drag, and you can crease. You can basically what we're doing with when we select an edge and then Shift E and drag down, we crease. We basically crease our edges, so that these edges are not really affected by our subdivision. So there's not much stretch going on. So this is going to prevent our UVs from being really distorted. Okay, so this is really important. So please do that. Okay. I mean, you can also just add a lot of subdivisions right here because we don't have much subdivision here. So you can also do this. Go here, edit mode, Control R, and use a lot of subdivisions here, like this. And then you're also going to prevent that, but we don't want that. Okay, we want to save some polygons. Okay, good. Then we have our clamp in our bottom, and then we use our clamp 2, which should be really easy as well. Go into a tab, object mode, press, click on it, view, frame selected, and then we should be able to, let's disable the subdivision, the smooth, and then we should, yeah, I think we can use, we can mark the seam here, here. Let me go into X-ray mode, and we can mark a seam here. And maybe we can mark, I think we can also mark a seam down here because we don't see it anyway. So yeah, we can mark a seam here. We don't need to use this one here. Okay. Maybe this should be fine. Okay. Okay, so press U, mark seam. You can see everything is selected, everything is seamed, and then Alt Z to go into X-ray mode, and then select everything, and let's unwrap. And let's see under UV editing, I think this looks quite fine, looks quite nice. But what I can see, like this surface here goes up, down, and this surface goes from left to right, which should be, is it right? I don't think so. I think we need to select these islands here, rotate it, and then maybe, yeah, maybe like this. And maybe we should, I don't know if we can do that. No, it's connected. Okay, it's connected, so we just leave it here. I think you can cut the UVs, or let's do, you know what? Let's do a cut here, because we don't see the cut here. So let's do another cut down here. Mark seam. Alt Z, and then this is how I do my cuts. Unwrap, and then we can have some space here. Also, you can, what if we do smart UV project? Yeah, it looks much better. It looks much better. And now it's perfectly aligned. We can also press here, click on a vertex, or click on an island here, and then press A, UV, average island scale. So it changes a little bit, so everything is aligned. Okay, next one, the metal part. I really try to avoid the hard work here. I really try to avoid it because this is going to be this can be really tedious, a really tedious process. So what we do, we go into edit mode, just the wireframe view, and okay, so we can do a cut here maybe. Let's disable the subdivision and the smooth. We can do a cut here. Oh, it's complete. Yeah, let's do. I don't care. Let's do a cut here. So I don't mind have a cut here. Maybe here. Why? I just want to select this one. Okay, let's do a cut here. So we so Blender is going to notice that this inner side here will be a different island, and then maybe this one here should be a different island. Then we can use a cut here. Just cut it in two pieces like this. Maybe Yeah, let's go this one, not this one, this and this and this. So let's do a cut over there, and then we can do a cut maybe here. So always use a cut where it's not really affecting our textures, so it looks more natural. Yeah. But when we go on a texture and we bake our mesh maps, we use curvature, we use world position, we're gonna use different maps, thickness, ambient occlusion, and we can really mess with our textures to make it look really nice. So you're not gonna notice any seams, only if you look really close. Okay, this one we can mark, and maybe this one we can mark, but I don't want to mark the front. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. So just this one here. And then maybe we can let's reveal the bottom. I don't know. I think it's good. Maybe this one here. Maybe let's also cut this one here. Yeah. Oh my god, this is a really tedious process here. Really small. Okay. So let's, maybe we can use another seam. Yeah, the inside. Yeah, we should use the seam on the inside. Maybe here. Because we're not gonna really notice the inside because there's a wheel between. So really do a cut here. The more cuts we do in places where we're not gonna see anything, the better for us. Oh no, this one. And we're gonna do the same. Can we do this one? Yes, this is perfect. Oh, sorry, it's really, my camera angle is really stressful, I know. And then press U, so use your seams, okay? Press U and mark seam, and then Alt Z, select everything, and then U, unwrap. Let's do the UV editing, let's search here. Oh, sorry, I need to change the material. Let's go to shading, and I need to use my standard material. And we go back to UV editing, and we can see this is not really good. This is not really good. I mean, this one is really nice, but this one is completely messed up. So what we need to do, we need Blender to Smart UV project. And this one, I mean, this one looks really nice. Really good. Yeah, looks really good in my opinion. Okay. It's not perfect UVs, but it's enough to do PBR shading and have a good result, and to make it look really nice later. Okay. And then let's do the screws. And yeah, this should be quite easy. Go into edit mode, and then we just decide where our seams are. So maybe just use the seam here on the edge, here on the edge, and here maybe, and yeah, here. No, here. And then we also can use a cut here, maybe down here. Let's use this one, this one, this one, this one. And we're gonna do a cut. Do we really need a cut here? Yeah, let's just do it. It's so tiny, it's just a screw. So we're gonna do a cut here. and we're gonna do a cut here. U, mark seam, go into Alt Z. Alt Z. I need to switch my keyboard again. Alt Z. Select everything. U, smart UV project. And if you go into UV editing, I think it looks nice. Looks good. Okay. Now we're gonna use the top. I think we also need some crease because our subdivision is going to change a lot. Yes, as you can see here, the edge will stretch our UVs. You can see these edges here, they go inside, they're gonna stretch a lot. So what we're gonna do, edge, select the whole edge here, everything is selected, and then just keep pressing Shift E and drag up like this. And then you can see everything's fine, no stretching here. Okay, cool. So we can use a crease here. Here, let's Alt Shift click. But I don't want to have a cut here. I don't really view frame selected. Sorry, I really don't want to have a cut over here. So what we're gonna do is we deselect this. I don't care about the inner side. There can be a cut. I don't care. But this one, I don't really want to have a cut here because we're gonna see that. This is the outside here. We're really gonna see that. So maybe just a cut here is fine, and the inside we can have a cut here. Is it right? Yeah, we can have a cut here. Everything's everything's selected, and yeah, let's do that. U, mark seam, Alt Z, select everything. U, smart UV project. Okay, and let's hope that this is good. Yeah, we need to switch our material again here. Why is this material applied? Bottom. All right, and UV project again, and we can see it looks fine. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, like this. Then we need our wheel, which should be really simple. Click on it, view, frame selected, and go into edit mode. Alt Z, disable the subdivision. We can use an edge seam here. We can use an edge seam here. We can also use an edge seam maybe here. Yeah, because we don't see it anyway. We're not gonna see that anyway. It's so tiny, it's so small. And then we do exactly the same on this side here. Yeah, here and here. And also I would like to have a seam here and here and here. Cool. Then U, mark seam, Alt Z, select everything. U, smart UV project. Okay, let's see. All right, looks beautiful. Looks good. Looks good to me. Okay. So now these are our UVs. That's it. If I'm gonna see a mistake or some UV stretching or some obvious, like, I don't know, obvious cuts when we texturing, I will just rebake the mesh, re-import the mesh and clean up the UV. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to re-import and rebake when you have your session open and not restart your whole session. Okay, so let's go into object mode. We are in object mode, solid view, turn off the wireframe, and then let's go and do the bottom is fine. The clamp, do some more subdivision, turn on. Clamp 2, smooth, subdivision, mesh metal, smooth, subdivision, screws, subdivision, the top, subdivision on, and subdivision on. Okay, so what we can see here is our mesh. So, but what I'm seeing right now is I need to align the screw. This is really not what I'm trying to achieve. So let's fix this really quick. G. We need to be here. Okay, back in object mode, and then we're gonna have that. Okay. Also, I would like to fix this. I think I did fix that before, but I did not save. So this is a problem. Yeah. So let's just fix that. Let's just make it as round as possible. Okay. Yes, looks much better. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this one needs to be a little up. This one needs to be like this. Okay, much better. All right, let's save. File, save. And now, in the next video, we are going to export and import.